Hello, welcome to day 5. So I've been listening to the Bible as I drive to work, drive all over. I drive a lot during the day, and I've been listening to the Bible as I do that, and I'm listening to the book of Ecclesiastes. And the reason I bring that up is because the book of Ecclesiastes has had a massive impact on my life. And I'm going to try to say this pretty quickly. We'll see. Hopefully this isn't too long, but it's important. The purpose of these videos is honesty, and I know I don't get super religious in these, because it's not the point, but who I am is wrapped up in what I believe about God. So that's just a disclaimer. That's where this is going. Book of Ecclesiastes and American Idol. Book of Ecclesiastes, the whole sort of premise of it is that everything is vanity. Vanity, vanity, everything is vanity, grasping at the wind. Doesn't matter what you do on this earth, there's no built-in purpose. So I think at one point it says, so go get drunk and be merry because tomorrow you're going to die and it doesn't matter. Super downer. Super downer. But the reason that book is important to me is because I read it a bunch as a teenager. And as a young teenage guy, I thought to myself, there's no way that this dude really tried all of this. Like, because if I had a really nice car, a lot of money, and, some ladies, then I'm quite sure I'd be very happy. And I read it, and I was like, he's probably right. But I was still holding on to this thought that maybe he just, went about it the wrong way. Maybe that's on him. Maybe he screwed that whole thing up. And then I got to American Idol, and I thought, I'm gonna test out this guy, Ecclesiastes, everything's vanity, whatever. Well, I found myself in a situation where all of a sudden I was famous, pretty famous. I had a little money, not as much as people think you make on American Idol, but that's not the point. I had a little money. And I had access to any pleasure that I might be interested in. Now, the reason I say that I might be interested in is because what I was also able to see is other people pursuing those things. Pursuing money, pursuing fame, pursuing these physical pleasure, all this different stuff. Pursuing it. I got to watch this firsthand. I got to watch people trying to find happiness and purpose in all of those things. And I'm very grateful for that. Because watching these other people pursue these things, it was completely confirmed in my mind that yes, it's all vanity. None of those things specifically have purpose. There's no built-in purpose to being famous. It's a waste of time if that's what you're pursuing. There's no built-in purpose to getting money. It is an endless pursuit. It's like throwing a shovel full of dirt into the Grand Canyon and expecting to fill it up. It won't happen. You can't do it. It's the same thing with pursuing any of those things, any of those personal, whatever, money, wealth, fame, there's no end to it. There's no purpose to it. And all of that was confirmed when I was on the show, when I got to experience those things. And that should have been a good thing. But instead, I ended up being super depressed for a little bit because I thought, man, what's the point then? What am I even doing? And this is where the true value for me of that whole experience lies. Being on that show and again going through all of that and finding myself very depressed is what made me turn back to, well, what do I believe? What have I sort of always known to be true from when I was a kid? When have I experienced joy and purpose? And when I asked myself that question, when I was confronted with that question, the answer was so incredibly obvious. When I experienced just absolute true joy, and when I've experienced and felt that I had a purpose, was not when I was pursuing anything having to do with just what I wanted to do. It's when I have let myself listen to, and to the best of my ability, follow what I believe God is calling me to do. When I have forgotten or pushed to the side whatever it is that I wanted, and just let myself go where I felt that I was being called to go. And I realized that I sort of came to this realization. It was all came to a head when I was on the show. And this is all happening in the background, and whatever. Nobody really saw this except for me. But what happened was, I realized that American Idol was an opportunity to influence people's lives. It was an opportunity to show love. It was an opportunity to be used by God. And if I chose to pursue it like that, then I found joy. I found purpose in it. If I chose to think about it just as another opportunity for Tim to go do something for Tim, it was gone. There was no purpose. There was no joy. There was nothing. It was just immediately empty. So what I realized is that platform and going on tour and performing, that's fun. Sure, there's no doubt that that's fun. But where I felt the true purpose and the true joy was in interacting with people. It was in using that platform when I had the opportunity to use it. The video cut out for a second, not sure why. So, I guess that's my cue to wrap this up pretty quick, because that's what I'm going to do. As I was saying, when I felt the most purpose is when I used the platform as an opportunity to try to impact people's lives and encourage them and demonstrate love. And when I did that, it was an amazing experience. And when I've pursued it that way is when I have felt joy, and when I've known that there is a purpose, there is a value in it. And a specific verse that is stuck in my head since then is Micah 6:8, and it goes like this. It says, basically, what does God ask of you? But to do justice, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. And what I've learned is that when I make that sort of a guiding principle, when instead of worrying about myself, I try and listen to God and what He's leading me to do, then I know that I'm in the right place wherever I am. And when I don't, it doesn't matter if I'm on a stage in front of thousands of people or by myself. It's all vanity. So yeah, I wanted to share that because that is a huge part of who I am, of what has made me the person that I am, which is oftentimes not the person that I would like to be, because I still fight that battle, but it's who I want to be. It's what my goal is, my purpose, and that is just to demonstrate love, to follow what I know God is leading me to do. That's it. So I want to share that because this videos are about being honest and about me sort of sharing who I am and where my struggles are and just what's going on in my life. So I needed you guys to know that. I needed you guys to hear that. And I will see you guys tomorrow.